Mame Mao Akwaba Emfa Umbra Ghana Insem TVGH so wo friend me Adwuma search.
Say okay say free fine.
But you can see odoko.
Okay, Adwuma be na so ye.
Because me baba.
Baba.
Oh,
okay. Adwuma no ko say ho ye dum no.
Oh. Now what you need? One solid week. Like you know, a barnacle. What is your mood doing? You say you need to cry. Go for them over the all cars in there about 12 rooms. You shall say, Ghana for any yes, now don't cause some baby media. I Ghana for 3 years. You don't send me yes, here. Yeah.
Minia. My no say hello, good morning.
Good morning. Abamufa.
Okay, say free fine.
Ni kasa free Gumwa company.
Gumwa.
Ya Abraham.
Yo, ya Adwuma be na so ye.
Mpato me ye kwenye but me ye oton ade wo store. Tete afeji na ye di nyama shebuni ni ano dumu 70. Obi aba o se be panya yen. Tete mama ahuncha abaye so no. Ami edi.
Ho kania no omudum no sen.
Kania no and then just moduma no maso pitiana na antade ejuma be dia ejuma no wo ayi ejuma ko abrofo just obi abra o se me pensa yen me pe ayi danger ayen na yade a.
Okay, mama no say hello, good morning.
Morning.
Mini how ka say free.
Kasa fi atu kranti me buakwa no.
Okay, buakwa no also Adwuma be na wo ye.
Nikita come machine.
Con mill machine.
Ese kita machine dey mabru.
Okay.
Nto sini mako. Ene ye brudo. Kasa obi
twansa.
Na wo hwie esam na gu machine ni. Wo di so gu mu a pepepe ni adum live. Ye be so age say 9 anaju 9 o'clock. Na say anaju 9 o'clock we stand dey stand ko yeden. Nti e brefa.
One more de entosi ne mekoba ho no a ya moyam no. Ye hunu bi say obi o de be ba na propro no ne ade nso moyam.
Oh,
Minu ya tie me nyabotre kamu no kure kire o man no.
Kure de ebe de ba propro but me de o de ba me nyam. Ebe nipa de ekodi. Na ma nipa bebre ko ja me ho ade yam.
Why are they? Yes, beba na press bi kura mmoa ne ade wom.
And the no kura na mo kan no kura pa nti obi kan no kura. Nenso so no me nyam. Enye ska me penti na mamu bi akwa yare. Ama me nyam me ho. Se de me dwen me ho na se me dwen me nua bi so ho. Se me ndi bi kura me nua bi na ekodi.
Obede kura.
Na me hu ni pa bi. E bi kwa na me fie ni pa bi na ekoto de onya se yare na ye me ya na me san. Abo ho kana mebre wo. Ti nu kwansa me yam ma wo. Ti meka je se me nyam. Evi mako sam kra ye yam no bi ti me de kala bi but the fafra ma me. Na se me ye machine, better machine ti me ye.
Fafra ma no.
Du ti me ye.
O de ba o se fa kala no fra.
Kala no ya bank ti bi o se me mfa mfra. Me se me mfa mfra. Nipa na ekodi ti me mfa mfra. Eti wo ya sa okwa o ma opagya ko ma bi na fo fe wo djuma. But nye no, eno so no nye no na be ma nyame wo nhira me. Je me ye mo nyam be hira me. Sebe mo bi yare no no mo mu nyame kura hira me nti me to bi a adwuma kitikiti bi a meye no sika me ni na so kura na me nsaka
Nyankopon kan ho. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Mini also kasa free.
What kasa invitation.
Yo, adwuma be na also ye.
Metin from that mama.
Brabio.
Metin
electrical pass. Na electrical appliances there are they also affect you?
Offer. The come no mean. A bad more so cognitive. A boy 11:30. As I saw, it got 9 o'clock. It got 10 o'clock. As I saw.
Na Saudi and nyabutre.
They are moving now upon a ball. There must have no crime also.
Na Saudi and ye dum no na ye nso ya obi ba beto ande mfa ho ana.
But we found obi over ka test mom. Yes say mom. Bob na dia no mon that na dia Bob no ho adibo. Ebe office bi bia mon, o de better mom.
Oh.
On father na me ka wa jase.
Amasi kasem no kofom.
Yes.
ana last me problem say omo mo UCD for no omo mo that then ye you guys start coming na at the full about omo mo no omo ni adwuma nso aso kwa omo fa ka kini pa omo ka e bi mo madi nso mo nka.
Yeah, that's it. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Ofaya. Mpacha Fumo.
Yeah, now also kasa free here.
Me kasa fi Abrikuma.
Okay. Edian also ton.
Ofaya, me wife hairdresser, me a baba.
Oh, okay.
The same shop.
The same shop, my idea. Adwuma no ko say.
Ofa, dum so ne de omo nka mu no krenkyere mu because omo dum light and then ansa na pa. Omo so na nra nwumre. Nra nwumre be 6 omo sendum no. Ana mo say be 10 omo sendum na no pe ya no mo san so. Enti omo miehu. Yakwa adwuma ma ye beda saa. Ye beda saa, maybe say minimum car kan che ya na meja me wife for shop no akwaji madam fu bi spare. Na me ye adwuma. Until say light we be shop or be frame so papa obi abenti no bra be unity. Oh, enti omo miehu no kra na hu no. That's wrong. Beda see.
Menua menso meda se aya hometesem nanso obe ne de ba bia ye gina sese no se o sorry wonum eye wo nwunu a mesre o se kope time heba mixture so wonum ye onwunu a se free
empacho me kasafi asalaja.
Okay, adwuma be na o so ye
empacho me die no ye difa kakra the same but me ampese me can say Sesia makowura bebia me yenjom. We busu mienu ni. But because of this intino, mintumi nko anopa me sorry ye me dampaso. Because my friend manager say ye ni light.
Oh.
The faka. Missy Mr. Alpha, let me tell you a story. 2015 this thing happened to me. Let me tell you more. Na baby I may travel and son of my old baby I studio no one. Ofa ube do see and tell me light in aba ube tuka ube do one light in ho. You stay for 3 hours. Utuka no ani afro back do and we do Maman Junction here afro. Madam light in aba you go back there's no light. My trumpeters will be a obo trumpet e won nyuma mi ye ni mu no office we draw and guy will come and there's no light. 2014-2015, I suffered. You want one speaker, bass, a blow. Papa Miss Woman this year, master to say, Miss where you started. I did where you must offer. Last time, now me what TikTok, now me come in history. Our TikTok, what I suffered for the referendum. I'm telling you. And this time it has happened again. Maybe some who say, you begin a because the 2 songs that I pick and I'm doing, are very good songs. Look at me. It's impossible. I'm in a cafe. May I dine on my friend Papi? Maybe son is said, membrana. Because of my brow, there's no light. I'm suffering, Papa, Miss Amfa, for this thing that is happening to me at this time too. You say you must be needing I don't know.
Kafra.
15, do so. I'm a man, 12 songs. What do you want about? One of me, album, no better, no bobbing weeks.
Mesho and impa.
Mesho. Saturday, a museo from Mahama, a museo to this nation. A museo. Who are where see wage, Ubamansika, oh, young, no,
Kafra. Hello, okay, well, I know I drop it. Nani asante sa ube kaya adunbadundumia na a collapse the art industry no. Ono mo a omo co studios ko yenyom. Omo a na omo ye movie Kumawood ni omo aka nyina no. Sa adunbadundumi na a collapse ni na. Me so manfo no go so efre. Ma yemfa course na kakra. Ono mo a omo yusu nkane a de ye omo nwuma hodo a aba ne sei no. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Me nua wo kasa free.
And I'm a cassette kisema.
Okay. Oh, adwuma be na wo ye.
They are read at them.
Wo voice na ma yi.
No, couldn't mean to me now. This is the trouble.
Adwuma be na wo de kan ye.
Me cosmetics, a mono, the upon I just time. Now, me bet me move. I don't know. Now,
Kojo Ponkruma, who is minority spokesperson on the economy. I'm grateful to you, sir, for joining us. Now, you are someone who really have followed this economy and how it's performing. The argument that the loss the Bank of Ghana has incurred is the cost of stabilizing the economy, which is making people comfortable. Isn't that a cost that should justify, or an expense that should justify the loss?
Kojo, good evening to you and to your listeners. I want to start by making the point that you have played extensively what the majority has said at their press conference. I pray that you give the minority equal amount of time to respond before we get into any debate. First, I need you to clarify for me. Has Joy News cited the Bank of Ghana accounts as published?
No, we haven't cited it.
So what has happened is that the Bank of Ghana accounts have not been published, but the majority has been invited to do a press conference, ostensibly to try and shape people's minds before the accounts themselves are published. That should tell you that they are in an exercise of propaganda and PR, trying to hide the real facts from the Ghanaian people. What is happening is that yesterday's whistleblowers have become today's defenders. The cosmetics with which they've been managing things are beginning to wear off. And what is left now is a government side that is defending the things that they complained about when they were in opposition. Now, in 2023, the Bank of Ghana made a loss of 10 billion Ghana cedis. Today's majority, the then minority, were those who, among other things, went on demonstration, calling for the head of Governor Addison at the time, calling on him to resign, I think if I recall correctly, within 21 days. And later, the then candidate who became president said that and other practices in the economy amounted to criminal mismanagement of the economy. I'm quoting his words. Today, they have made a loss of 15 billion Ghana cedis after they promised Ghanaians to give them power, they will do better. They've made a loss of 15 billion Ghana cedis. And instead of releasing the account so that everybody can read, they choose to hide the accounts and get the majority to do a press conference to spin it and try to explain it away. Now, you will recall that a number of things happened during the year. One, the minority kept drawing attention to the method that this government was using in its attempt to achieve a certain inflation number. They wanted to achieve a number and show to Ghanaians that they have done better. So they adopted a measure called sterilization, heavy sterilization. We have been speaking about it from 2025, and at a point they were even insulting our intelligence that we don't understand economics. And we kept saying that the extent of the sterilization they were doing will amount to huge costs on the Bank of Ghana. And that if they continue with sterilization, they can even achieve inflation of 0%. But the cost on the Bank of Ghana will be unbearable, and it did not also mean that the cost of living was going to go down. They rejected our argument, literally called us names, only today to turn around and say that the sterilization through open market operations is one of the largest contributors to their loss. You will recall again that we warned that the change in gold purchase policy from buying from the large-scale miners to now using the gold board was incurring losses which they were passing on to the Bank of Ghana. The IMF even highlighted some numbers in their document. And we even called for a parliamentary inquiry to go into the details and quickly put in place remediation measures. Because of politics, they refused to do that investigation. What's more, they moved that cost from Gold Board's books onto Bank of Ghana books and caused Gold Board yesterday quickly to publish their accounts and declare profit of 900 million. You see today the Bank of Ghana document, which they haven't released, but they are now spinning a political narrative about. They are even now admitting that the cost of the gold transaction is 9 billion Ghana cedis. Take that out and go and net it off what the Gold Board has announced as profit, and you will see the real impact of what has gone on there. They now want to argue that the work that the Bank of Ghana does contributes to what they call policy or economic costs. I want to refer you to Professor John Gachi in 2024, when the Bank of Ghana said that the sterilization or the open market operation costs that they had incurred, what they are now saying that small costs, small results. When the Bank of Ghana then explained that that sterilization was part of the loss, the NDC's chief advisor on the economy, Professor John Gachi, who now sits on the Bank of Ghana Advisory Committee, he said every loss is a loss. And that unless they're able to show it is a one-off item, Ghanaians